Next, we're going to get into our specific pro bono tools. The first one is going to be related to our outreach module, and it's what we call pro bono obligations. So if you were part of the session earlier, you may have heard me mention this briefly, but we're going to go ahead and enter a new outreach together. I'm not going to talk too much about the outreach form itself. Again, this would be set up however you want it to be as far as fields and requirements and things. But the important section is down here under the pro bono attendee information. So here we're going to select our pro bono attorney or attorneys. You can have more than one. We can give them CLE credits if they should get that from coming to this outreach. And the tool here is under this create pro bono obligation Boolean. If I say yes, it's going to ask me what obligations should be created. So essentially what we're doing here is we're saying that if a pro bono attorney attends this outreach, they are then obligated to either help us with a case or cases and or clinics. So we're just going to do one of each so we can see how both of those will work. Click continue to save this outreach. Now the obligation is not actually made until you tell the system that these attorneys, or at least one of them, actually attended and should incur an obligation. So we're going to edit the status here of test pro bono. Say yes, he attended. Yes, we should create that obligation. Again, we can give him some credits if we want to. Click continue. And now we're going to see test pro bono in the list view of pro bono attorneys who attended and incurred an obligation. The obligation is not satisfied because he still needs to take one case and be assigned to one clinic. The way that we're going to fulfill those obligations for cases, we're going to go to a case and we're going to launch back into our case assignment process. So we're going to go back to recommend pro bono / other user. I'm going to assign test pro bono. And here's when we're going to explain the satisfies outreach training credit field. So this is going to show you a list of all of the outreaches that test pro bono has an open obligation for. Open case obligation, I should say. So we find our outreach. Click continue to assign him. And we're just going to click quickly through the rest of the assignment process here. And now back on our outreach, if we refresh, we're going to see that now he needs 0 cases. Of course, it's still not satisfied because we still need a clinic. And we can see the client name under our cases column. So we can see which case has fulfilled the obligation. The next step, of course, would be assigning him to a clinic event. And give me just 1 second here. I'm going to quickly create a clinic event. All right. So once we've got our clinic event here, we're going to go up to our actions menu to assign user to clinic event. Now I'm going to have to find test pro bono in the list and click assign. So I'm assigning test pro bono to this clinic event, saying that he's going to be part of the clinic event. And I get the same field here, satisfies outreach training obligation. And again, it's going to show me any outreaches that have an outstanding obligation for this user. We'll select the one that we created. And again, refresh our outreach profile. And now we can see that yes, the obligation is satisfied. He now needs 0 cases or clinics. And we can see the clinic name in the list as well. Now you can also see this on the user's profile. So if we come to Test Pro Bono's profile, to the Pro Bono Obligations tab, we can see if he has any outstanding obligations, which he's got a couple. And we can also, of course, see our satisfied obligation and the information related, including our credits.